has fatigue become an uninvited guest in your life? And if so, it's time to reclaim your vigor that lies dormant within you. So let's take a look at what has been hiding in the shadow and how you've used your power of choice to become a victim of fatigue. Hi, I'm Motherly Sage, your decision coach and mentor, and welcome to Divine Blueprint, where we help you to empower your power of choice as you awaken the divine design in you. Now, if you're not new, then welcome back, and don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe to help others with receiving this message. Now, in this shadow work session, I will help you to understand the following. 1. The difference between fatigue versus vigor. 2. How fatigue affects your power of choice and cause you to feel exhausted. And 3. By the end, you will decide how to use your power of choice to find vigor. Now, the tools you'll need for this shadow work session to help you with processing your emotions are a notebook or a journal, something to write with, some tea or beverage of your choice, your human design blueprint. Now, if you're new to human design, you can get a free human design blueprint online. And last, I have an upcoming 9-week mentorship program that focuses on the 9 principles of your power of choice. And these 9 principles will help you with creating internal and external boundaries so that you can use your power of choice effectively and intelligently when you are making those hard and tough decisions to take the necessary actions in your life. Now, the ultimate goal of this mentorship program is to help you with getting out of these victim roles and be the leader so that you can express your natural born talents. So to learn more about how you can enroll in this program, then check out the details in the description box. So let's start with going over your power of choice to help you to understand how fatigue affects it. Now, your power of choice is your decision-making skills, which consist of your ability to critically think, to reason, and to emotionally feel. And the goal is to use them to make wise choices throughout your life, especially when those difficult and tough choices come up in your life. Now, a wise choice is effective and intelligent, but to make a wise choice, you have to balance your senses, which affects your imagination, which is how you receive ideals and inspirations. Your mental, which is the way you think about those ideals and inspirations. Your instinctual, which prompts you to make the move on those ideals and inspirations. And your emotional, which pushes you to take action to make them a reality. Now, your balanced senses will help you to recognize the difference between what is truth and the ability to make a decision based on that truth that is accurate and fair. And how you will know you have made a wise choice is you will feel either one of these 4 feelings. You will either feel satisfaction, success, peace, or surprise, which is indicated in your human design chart. Now, when you are fatigued, weary, weak, or tired, it is difficult to use your senses to make wise choices, which will result in you feeling either frustrated, annoyed, also known as bitterness, anger, a combination of frustration or anger, or disappointment. And you can figure out your expression from your human design blueprint as well. Now, this is where looking at your shadow will help. You see, your shadow is the rejected, unaccepted part of yourself, and the goal is to protect you from consistently getting hurt due to poor choices, especially when those choices were made when you were fatigued. You see, your shadow remembers the negative thoughts, the immature emotions, and the irresponsible behaviors you've expressed when you made those poor choices, and the imprint of these patterns keep you a victim to the way you make those choices over and over through guilt, through abandonment, through negligence, or lack of trust, causing you to always misuse your power of choice. So this is why understanding the difference between fatigue and vigor is key. You see, fatigue and vigor are based on the power of your internal energy. And fatigue is a result of when you are forcing your energy. Vigor is a result of when you are flourishing in your energy. Now, there are two forms of energy you generate. One is the energy created when you were born, and the other is created through your food and liquid consumption. Now, the energy generated when you were born, purpose is to sustain the longevity of your life, and the energy generated through your food and liquid consumption is to be used for your day-to-day activities. And when you are using these energies correctly, through proper nutritional consumption and rest, you will feel vigor. And when you are using these energies incorrectly, through improper nutritional consumption and lack of rest, you will start to feel depleted. You will start to feel weary, drained, and tired because you don't have enough energy to fuel your day-to-day activities, which causes you to pull from your longevity energy to force getting through your day. If you have to continue to use your power of choice in this way, it will keep you feeling exhausted and possibly lead to aging sooner and health concerns. So let's take a moment to journal on the following questions. What area of your life is causing you to feel fatigue and why? What choices have you made that cause you to feel this way? And what truths would you have to face to start changing the way you use your energy? So now let's talk about how fatigue affects your power of choice and cause you to feel exhausted. You see, exhaustion is a drawing off of strength, your bodily power, and your strength lies in your vigor. And your vigor helps you to see the truth about situations in your life so that you can use your power of choice wisely. Now, exhaustion is fueled by fatigue, and fatigue works in two emotional ways, either in a repress, which is the feminine emotional state, that is the freeze or fawn, or reactionary, which is the masculine emotional state, which is the fight or flight. Now, in the repressed, the freeze or fawn, fatigue shows up as a lack of boundaries and denying your needs. And as a result of your tiredness, it will cause you to make choices and take actions that benefit others that are not in your best interests. Now, in the reactionary, the fight or flight, fatigue shows up as a disregard, a despise, a looking down on others. And this disregard keeps people at arm's length due to some form of underlying anger, which causes you to make decisions and take actions that keep you separated from others. Now, both of these emotional states don't allow you to see and accept the truth because you are exhausted, completely energetically drained, and your senses are unable to read what is going on around you to help you to make a proper decision, which then shows up physically in the type of action you take. So this is why it's important to have internal and external boundaries in place to ensure that you are not exhausting yourself and being a victim to fatigue. Now, this fatigue victim role hinders your ability to lead your life and affects the way you express your natural talents. So to help you with becoming aware of these victim roles when you are expressing them, I would like to invite you into my upcoming 9-week mentorship program called The Time for You. You see, this program focuses on the 9 principles of your power of choice so that you can make decisions and take actions that stop you from being the victim in your life. So to enroll in this program, check out the details in the description box. So let's take a moment to feel which fatigue emotional state you are currently in. Now sit in a comfortable seat and close your eyes. What does the energy feel like in your body? Is it moving rapidly or slowly? And where in your body are you feeling this motion? Is it in your chest? Is it in your buttocks? Is it in your back? Is it in your head? What are you suppressing, denying, and why? What is angering you, separating you, and why? And last, what truths will you have to accept and forgive yourself for to stop being a victim of fatigue? Now slowly open your eyes. Did you figure out which emotional state you are in and why? Did you figure out what got you there and what would you have to change to move out of fatigue and into vigor? Now, vigor is your natural energetic flow. And in vigor, you don't have to force or push to the point of exhaustion. When you are in vigor, you're just relaxed. And in this relaxation, you are calm and you remain calm, which allows your senses to integrate with your environment to read what is truthful and what is best for you. You see, this calmness also allows you to use your power of choice to choose what is the best nutritional consumption that fuels your energy for your day-to-day activities, as well as which activities don't deplete your energy and make you feel fatigued to keep your longevity energy intact. So let's take a moment to think, to feel, and journal on the following. What does vigor look like in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit? What does vigor feel like in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit? And what boundaries would you have to put in place to take responsibility of staying in vigor? Now be gentle with yourself to understand what is hiding in the shadow. Now that we have completed this shadow work session, how are you going to use your power of choice to tell fatigue that it is no longer invited in your life and you'll no longer be its victim? And how are you going to use your power of choice to awaken vigor from its deep sleep within to allow flow and peace into your life? Now, whatever you choose, it's your power of choice. So use it wisely. And if you need guidance with getting clarity on how you've used or need to use your power of choice for those hard and tough decisions, then feel free to book a guided coaching session with me, Motherly Sage, and the details are in the description box. Now, don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in our next shadow work session.